Good morning, all. Welcome to today's update. I've not dropped any update until now because I'm trying to wait and look at the structure to know how to navigate. There are things you must know that Forex is not about being bold. It's not about you having lever. It's about you working with the facts and the science that you have understood very well. And so if you miss anything or a point of entry, you will still get plenty of those if you know what you are doing. And if you want to trade, I've always said this, that you don't chase any trade, let the trade go, try to make sense of what the structure that is being created based on the knowledge that you have, and you execute it. And during your execution, you have to be very exact at your point of entry and your stop loss in case the tide will change. But if your analysis is correct, then trade should go according to your analysis. I remember when I gave analysis on EURUSD, and I said, at this point is where you want to, probably enter the trade. If trade should do more than this, probably we should exit. I think I gave us about 7 pips or thereabouts, above 100 extension. Of course, they threw this week above the extension by about 6 pips, and it got us out. But immediately I looked at the market, I said we should come in. And those who saw that prompt instruction to come in, and if they are done that, they will still be in the trade selling EURUSD by now. Again, what we try to wait for at times is when there is a break of structure. So you have to weigh your entry level either based on the break of structure, or that when you have done your analysis and you say, okay, this is the zone of execution of that trade, and you want to play sell order, buy order there, you may want to start with a very minimum lot size and maybe a narrow stop loss that is not more than between 15 and 20 pips on that minimum lot size. In case it works out, you don't have a whole lot to lose. Once the price breaks the structure, you are looking for pullback to now put higher lot size. It's better that way, because at times there will be a price action that might not give you that opportunity to join or to pull back. We'll see this as I go on. I want it to be short also. Now, this is DXY. The DXY gave us A, B, C of the fourth wave. And so this is what it has given us. Looking at the DXY, like A, B, C, the X appears to be an impulsive, or the B appears to be an impulsive, but it didn't pull beyond primary B here, or yes, which is X here, because we had A or WXY, if we want to call it WXY or ABC here, and this is the primary X. So not until we break this primary X, we will not think that this one is going to go up. So we need to break, we have broken this top here, But we need to break this primary X to say that this is not a correction anymore. We need to break this primary X here. Of course, this may be something very close to an 100 extension of a WXY or ABC here. And we are going up. Now, the way this thing is going up, they may actually be going up to finish with 5. Counting the internal structure, we have not seen a reasonable pullback. It does not look like a 3-wave structure. It's looking like a single structure. So it may be 5. And this is the way they will continue to go. If we get reaction here, and if they come down, if they thrust down, we're going to deal with it as if they want to continue to break the top or the bottom. Or deal with it as if we are going to do a 2 to do a 3. That is how to, once you see a price action, but we've not seen any price action for now. And it may just continue as a single wave and end with 5, and they will not change the trend. So we have to be prepared for anything. So looking at euro dollar, also, it's the inverse. It's the inverse here. So this is A, this is B, and this is C. We got that reaction exactly just a few pips. This was where we got the reaction, and they throw it by a few pips to knock us out, and anybody could have joined at this point. And we have this. So this is not exactly a 5-wave to the downside, and it could be the last wave. But if they decide to turn and give us a deep pullback as a 2, we'll take it. You must be prepared. You must be very accurate in your dealing with this for now, and to know where and what you are doing. So a break out of X here, because this is A, B, or WXY, which is A, B, C here. A break out of here now will signify that now it is not a, this one is not a correction, but it's an impulsive move. Once we break here, probably we may kiss here to react around this zone, to react, to give us, I think if it's the first wave, is becoming too long for my liking. So, you know, you may just give a reaction around this area, between this zone, go back a bit up for those who want to probably trade the 3rd wave to the downside, and it may just continue as a single wave to finish everything. And that is what we are getting. So it's similar between DXY and Euro USD. So let's look at US dollar index. US dollar index is completely different from both of them. So you can see this one looks as if it finished with 4, just like this in a flash. And this one went up. You have to make sense out of it. You can't call this an ABC or a WXY with X being truncated here. It looks more like a wave 1 and a wave 2, because the retracement down here is just at 85.6. Oh, sorry, 86.5. That's the retracement from here down here. And now we are broken above here, which now is taking this to be a wave 3 of the ending diagonal. So a single move down to this place will be regarded as wave 4, a 1, a 2 of the ending diagonal, and this is going to probably be a 3. And if it's a 3, we will see where it's going to turn down to give us a 4 and the last wave up. So we are going to look at everything that is possible, you know, because everything is just anyhow. And this also, does it look like a wave 2 here? You know, the move and this move. Let's go to 1 hour time frame. And let's bring out the drawing. So on the Euro US dollar index, the move there, it does not even look like a wave 2. So this is even shallow. It's not up to 0.38.2. So everything may just be going as a single wave. And of course, with what I'm seeing here on 1 hour, It may be that we are now trying to correct this entire run to the downside. It may just be. If this should close and another 1 hour candle forms to break this point, let me show you the point. To break this point, if anybody wants to probably sell this, being a sell, all you can do is to, that's the point you want to break. That's the point you want to break. So you may just join a sell with a small lot size, put your stop loss maybe above here, maybe something small lot size, and see if you are going down. You must allow this to close like this first, because the price may just turn up. And you are doing that to sell, you are taking a risk. You must know that, because it's not cast in stone that this is coming down. It's been going up, because there's nothing to tell me with 1 and with 2 here, except they want to have a B or a 2 to make a 3, 4, 5 of the ending diagonal on this. But what we can do to really align ourselves here is, if we take this as 3, 5 and this as a 4, that the 4 has ended here. So we can now look for 161.8. The most usual place that price reacts, if it's with 5 to the upside, the most usual place that price reacts, it's price may just cap. Price may just cap this. Price had broken this. So that's a network piece. So price may just cap the end of 35 here and begin to come down. We must know that. But again, price may just do this. This extension from the base of 4, most of the time it engages 123. If not between here, and this is 123 in green. So it's only when it's still bullish or it's giving you something that looks like where you could have an ending diagonal or the other one. So except that is going to be very bullish, that is going to come here. But if it's not that bullish, it's going to end between here and here. So you must be watching for price action now. But unfortunately, this one is not even giving you opportunity to count the internal structure here to know this is where you are. So you have to begin to use your trend line and everything that you know, and your RSI and everything that you know to deal with this. Now, if we take this as the single, because it doesn't look like an ABC here on the DXY, I'm sorry, on the US dollar index, it doesn't look like that. So we may take this as a 1, even though the wave looks incomplete. It may just have been a 1, you know, and this may just have been a 2. So an extension of 100 is here. The price is almost getting to an extension of 100, and this is an extension of 123, and this is 161.8 to make this 1, 2, 3. So are we going to be seeing reactions here? We are going to probably be marking those levels just to see where execution is. So if we mark this as 1, 2, and we are going come to 3, this is 161.8. This is, if it's a correction, so 100, 1, 2, 3. But if you are taking these to this is 123 here, this is 161.8. We have to look at this. And once we break the top one more time, we need to break the top to know that, yes, it's wave 5. If you don't break the top, you can't say it's wave 5. You need to break this top to say it's wave 5. So the price may now react here and begin to come down. So we just need breakout structure. There is lots of momentum. We can see what is happening here. Everything is wedging down. So we just preparing to come down. But it looks as if this is with 5 that we are doing. So going to DXY to look at that is the same approach on the DXY. So maybe it's a bit different approach on the DXY. So for the DXY, it looks like ABC to the downside, and it's not a 1, 2. This one will not be a 2, and this one is a 1. No, it's not correct. So this may just be the fifth wave also going up. And how to navigate here, it does not give us a 1, 2 options like US dollar index and a 4 to 6. The only options that it gave us is just 3 to this point, to look for a 161.8 extension or 123. So that's the only option that this one is presenting. It's not giving us a 1, 2, 3 option. So we just need to look for a break of trend to know if we are doing a wave 2 or not. So we are yet to break this B. So once we break B, we may probably have reaction here to end this one, which this one will end in another 1 hour or thereabouts. And we'll see if we get price action here, we may be actually be coming down and finishing this one as a 1, a 2, a 3 to break up. And at the height of 3 is where you want to pick your order to the downside. And a 4, a 5 may just cap. And we'll see how it goes. So, but it's looking like this is not a correction, but the way it's going, it's actually the last wave of 5, which may give us a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or not, or just go in a straight line and finish its own run. So for us to, we need to probably cap this or break these 3 now. One thing again we need to see is the extension of 123 is here. It's going to be very bullish if it comes to 161.8. So you make do with this between 123 and the 100 or the limit of with 3.5 here for a break to the downside. That is where we are looking between here and here for a break to the downside. That's what we are looking at. We need to wait and see what's going to happen here. We're going to get price action or not. Look at here. We almost got the same thing. Oh, seems as if they're pushing down and they took it up again. So you must be very careful when you are dealing with things like this. So let's go to our instrument, which is where we trade euro dollar. And see, it's the same thing. It's the same thing that we are entertaining here on the euro dollar. So let's go to 1 hour to see well. Now 1 hour to see well here. So we're not seeing any reasonable price action here on the 1 hour time frame. This one ends in another 4 minutes, the last one. So so far what I do is once we have a correction, I want to see the move to the downside, if it's still a correction to the downside or more. Once it breaks 161.8 extension of the move, that is telling me probably is going down. So the 161.8 extension to the downside here is here. So it has broken 161.8 extension. It may be that they are just faking their move and they want to go up, but most importantly, I will need them to go up and break structure to the upside before I join. Or if I see a price action that is reasonable enough, I may just follow with a small, with a stop loss very narrow to follow it. If it breaks, fine. Those are the things you can do. See, the channels here has been, the whole thing went down through the channels and, broke the channel. Just one straight move to the downside, got to the end of this channel. We may be having reactions around this area to go up. But again, this is the X that we have to also break to confirm that now we are going to the downside to finish with 5. So this may be the first part of wave 5 and a 2 and a 3 to the downside, or it's just going to continue in a straight line. But what we are seeing gradually move. That's what is telling us that there's a momentum loss. There is a loss, of momentum, except they gain it back. So we are already getting to a point between here and here that we're going to turn up to do, a second wave to the upside. And that second wave, as we are going up, we will regard this as potentially it could now be the end of the trend to continue to go up to break this one. And that will now means that, okay, dollar is weak, finally. But what we are seeing now is that dollar is still trying to rally to finish up its move to the downside, which may be abrupt. But for now, we are still calling that dollar is going to go down, break the top, and break the bottom here. It's going to break the bottom here. This is the bottom here. It's going to break the bottom here. That's what we're calling. So we might be seeing a 1, a 2, a 3 to break this bottom, and a 4 and a 5. We should be ready for anything. So the price action that we thought probably is coming down to break this level. Once it breaks, this is a gap. Once it breaks this red line here, and there's nothing stopping it from getting to this point. That's just the thing. There's nothing stopping it from getting to that point. So we need to continue to follow it. And if you want to now look for a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 reaction, a 161.8, and this is what to do really. Because this also is only giving us one possibility of trying to pick from the low of 3 here. This is the 3, 5 to 4. So if it's not bullish, a 1, 2, 3, it's at this point. So is euro dollar going to fall all the way to this point or get truncated here? We need to see. We need to see that. Is it going to get truncated before this place, or is going to correct, then come to this point and get everything done around this area? Or is it going to be very bearish and still tick 161.8 in this black zone here? So we need to see. Anything is possible. So that is what we have for now. We have to wait. We have to wait. We need to break here. So the last one is gold. And I will tell you my own opinion on gold for those who are trading gold. And I'm going to end there. So there is a usual behavior that you get to see, we tend to see with price. When price is trying to, this is 1 hour time frame. We expect an A, B, and a C. And this C didn't pull to 100 extension. Just few pips shy away from 100 extension, and we saw this going up. Well, what I can see here, if I go to the lower time frame, let's say 15 minutes time frame. The network is misbehaving. It didn't pull to 100. It didn't pull to 100 at all. But on this time frame, which is the 1 hour time frame, it has broken the top of the B here. At this point, it has broken the top of the B here. Then we can see a wave 1 and a 2. Initially, we were thinking, yeah, let it load. When you see movement like this, and there's a clear rejection here, when there's a clear rejection like this, one thing it tells me that price will still come back and revisit this area. There is also a rejection here. Price is still coming back to revisit that area. That is one thing. So the 100 is supposed to be here. Few pips to this extension of 100, price reacted and is going up. This is 100, this is 123. So price may just have finished with 4 here. And this is how they try to mess with brains. Now, this is A, B, and supposed to be C that was truncated. Now, the fact that price had broken the top of B here tells me we are now bullish. At this point, we are bullish, and it seems we are doing what? We are doing the last wave 5 to the upside. That is all I can see. For now, I don't see price coming to break this low for now. Price will finish its move to the upside before it comes down. Now, the catch is that this thing is bullish, but it may be truncated. It may just cap this area. That means it may cap this area if it's really bearish. But because it's really bullish, it may extend very close to 161.8 before it comes down. But we need to continue to count what it has presented us now. So B is taking, so that tells me that this thing is doing with 5. So if it's doing with 5, initially I thought this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we had a 1 and a 2 here. This messed it up. The flash down here messed this thing up as the limit of 2 here. So it has forced my count to be, this is now a 1, this is now a new 2. So that's how to, navigate. So if that is the case, a 1 and a new 2, at least maybe price would do a 161.8 of a 3, which is around this area. Which is around this area. That's 161.8 of a 3. So you might be getting reaction between here and here. Price may break a bit above because it's bullish, and before they begin to come down. So you can say this is where we are going to sell gold for the big ABC, which is deep 2 correction to the downside. That's going to break this low. But price is coming back, and this is a warning sign. These are signals to tell me that price is still coming back there to break below here, to grab liquidity, to finish that correction of ABC of 2 to the downside before they now begin to fly up with 3. And that is going to be very massive when it enters that gear up with 3. So we want to be in it. So the only thing we can do once we get to this zone, we want to see a break of structure of 1 hour or thereabout, and to follow price to the downside. If you want to do 161.8 extension to the upside, what would that give you? This is what it will give you from the top of 3, 5 here to where what the price had done. A 161.8 probably will be around this area, which is a bit on top of 1, 2, 3 extension here. So, and price may break that also to the upside. So anything is possible, but we need to see what it's doing. So we need to see that divergence on the 1 hour. Once we get to this point, we need to see that divergence on the 1 hour before we know, oh, it's 3, 4, then we are coming down. So with that, I've come to the end of today's if I were you, I won't even sell now. I won't sell and I won't buy now. If I were you, honestly, I would just wait and allow, if you are in any trade, just manage your trade and continue to see how it's unfolding. I don't believe that it's coming down now. It's not coming down again. It's not breaking this. It's going to finish its business up there now. And because it's very close to the top, it may break the top, do all that I said, but you need to catch it when it breaks structure. So, and the structure you are looking for example, let's go to 1 hour time frame. Now, example of structure that we are looking for is like this now. 1, 2, this is a structure here, but this will not be an immediate structure to be broken. So for now, the price is breaking this structure to the upside. That's the structure break to the upside. So price is only coming down to retest and to go further up because that's broken this structure. So if we are coming down, the structure to be broken will now be this on the this time frame, not this. It will be this. But we need more structure to build up, and as structure builds up, we'll look for the immediate structures that is going to be broken. So, but immediate structure now here, it's this one, and I don't think price is coming here. So if we go to the EURUSD to look at structure to be broken to the upside, and that is where I'm going to end. Let's look at 15 minutes time frame. Now, this is the last structure now to the upside. You can see last structure to the upside. So this will be the structure to be broken, but it's creating another structure here. But this structure is too small for me to take as if it's something to be broken. So if price breaks this one, I can't take it. It doesn't really make any sense to me. If price breaks this to the upside, it doesn't make any sense to me. Not just like I said, an extension of 161.8 is at this point, and price is breaking lower. So I need a structure, another structure created here, and a break out of it. That is what I want to take. So for now, we are still to the downside here. All right, let me end there.